I see you, son. I am ready. I am ready for everybody. I am here. I am here.
Hello. Bodybuilding is typically considered useless when it comes to the world of mixed martial arts because the entire premise of a hypertrophy-oriented motion without taking into consideration the functional application of an exercise ends up making the kinetic chain stiff and slow, ensuring a slower, less efficient distribution of force. So yes, big muscles are typically bad for the striking element of combat, except when you train them functionally, which is what we have here. A world-class wrestler base who looks like a freaking Greek god, yet has stood firm as the #1 contender, dominating in the world of mixed martial arts. Even the current champion, Michael Bisping, ducking this dude because truly, this man is a monster. He stands as a southpaw, mixes up his strikes with a creative, unpredictable arsenal, messy at times, with one fact remaining constant. Whatever he hits you with is gonna freaking hurt. So, what makes this man truly different? Why can such a heavily muscled frame explosively execute damage with little stiffness, inhibiting his fluid distribution of mass? His kinetic chain. Who knows really, as he doesn't reveal too much about his regimens. It is important to note though that many wrestlers are heavily built, like Anthony Rumble Johnson, Tyron Woodley, George St. Pierre. Who knows, maybe GSP could give us a clue. George St. Pierre believes gymnastics is the ultimate form of functional training, and considering how Yoel can do flips and such, often demonstrating his capacity in the octagon, perhaps he does something similar. Maybe it is gymnastics. Whatever it is, we can be sure the regiment itself is very explosive, because when we look at Yoel, this man straight up flies. Everything he does is 0 to 100, literally a missile at times from the sheer ferocity of his explosiveness. So this brings us back to an initial question. Can big muscles help you fight better? Only if you train them to help you fight better. It's important to note that not all muscles are the same, even if they may look the same. They function differently based upon how you train them. A guy like Rich Piana? Sure, he can lift heavy objects here and there, but he isn't going to be effectively delivering his mass through strikes. A much smaller and much skinnier fighter with a fluid kinetic chain who isn't stiff and trapped in all that hypertrophy-built muscle will hit harder. But if you do build them functionally, have an explosive workout regimen, whilst retaining your flexibility, you may indeed do a lot more damage than people would think. Some may say he can only do that because of his genetics, and others will point at something else. But one thing is for certain, Yoel Romero is passing USADA doping tests and is freaking jacked. And, this dude has been smashing the game up into his 40s. So muscles being useless is not exactly true, so as long as you train them to be useful. If you train your body and mind specifically to be explosive for a specific task, like flying knees or a punch, they will help you do that. If not, they won't. And they might actually hurt your capacity to do that. Understanding this, we can now say not all muscles are the same, and that big muscles based on training can either be useful or useless. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. It's good karma, and until next time, peace.